They did a great job with this. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Baki Hanma versus Kengan Ashura. It's a anime Netflix movie. Didn't expect it to be a movie. Thought it was going to be a series. It's about 1 hour and it combines Baki and Kengan. If you never watched any of these animes, they're both fighting animes. Baki is... There's two parts of Baki on Netflix. You have Baki and then you have Baki Hanma. One is 3 seasons, the other one is 2 seasons. You follow Baki, who's this teen, and he's the underground champ. There's a lot of fighters in there that, they just crave fighting. We spend a lot of time with these characters and a lot of background. And it's really dope. Really enjoyed it. Kengan Ashura, we follow Ohma. He gets picked up by this company. They have their own tournament, but it's done by like companies who have a lot of money, and they get fighters and they fight in this underground tournament. They have 3 seasons, but it's like season 1, part 1, part 2, and then like season 2. They haven't finished their tournament, but it's again a lot of strong fighters. The narrator breaks down all the different fighters we see, and they have great fights. So in this, both leaders of the different organizations, they get drunk and they're like, hey, let's have a competition. It's not the first time they've had a competition. In the movie they explain like who fought in the previous Kengan Ashura or whatever. And it's a 3-match competition. So it's not dragged out or anything like that. The leaders are both, they're like, hey, we think this fighter would pair well with this fighter. We should do that. And they're like, okay, cool. So we get a little bit of the Baki and a little bit of the Kengan in terms of like the backstory and the narration of how they decided to pick the fighters. And we see them go into certain fighters and they're like, hey, we want you to fight this guy. And they know about each other. They like, oh, I heard about him. Yeah, that'd be cool and everything. So that part of it was fun. It was dope. And then you have the Kengan fighters and you have the underground arena fighters. They're just sitting across from each other and they're analyzing the fight. So every time something happens, you get insight from both sides. And it was just dope seeing all of them in chill situations, being fans of the art, of the fighting, of the styles and stuff. So, like I said, it's 3 fights. I'm not going to tell you who was fighting or the results, but they get to it really quick. Like 15 minutes into the movie, we get our first fight. I really appreciate that. It was still fun seeing all the people that we see, the little cameos that we see. It was a lot of fun seeing that, but I appreciate the fact that they went straight to the fight, no lollygagging around. And then the last fight is, of course, Baki versus Ohma, and it was so dope. Like, the respect factor was there from the opening of the movie when they kind of see each other while they're running, but they don't say anything. And when they get into the arena to fight, it's just great. Great animation style, great showing the techniques, showing the reactions to everyone. Both fighters learning from each other immediately as they're fighting. And I was like, yo, they really did this like really well. And I want to see the end of Kengan Ashura, like the rest of the tournament. But the fact that they were able to throw this together and have them compete and not have it where it was just like one side was very dominant or they were all constantly like butting heads. It was a lot of respect shown amongst all the fighters, and it was dope. I really enjoyed it. So if you are a fan of Baki or Kengan, I think you should definitely check this out. Like I said, it's only an hour, so it's a quick watch, but it was really dope. Those are just my thoughts on Baki versus Kengan. If you watched it, let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.